Hello everybody, let's quickly get ready together. Today is a very casual Sunday. We have some people over from Montreal visiting and I just want to get sort of very basic, very minimal thing going on my face, which is what we're going to do today, and I'm going to discuss some of the stuff that I'm using. So I have used my primer from Nude by Nature. This is very much a similar, if not identical primer, except for the scent, of course, to the Too Faced Hangover RX. Now I'm going to use same brand, Nude by Nature, their stick concealer, and it is in 02 Porcelain Beige. This is actually not a bad color for me. The coverage is very light. So, you know, this is not a concealer that you use for tons of coverage. And I'm going to add some under my eyes, around my nose, and through the center of my face, just very slightly. Again, this is not a makeup look that is going to be very involved. How are things going with everybody? Things are going very well for me. I am doing mostly office these days with some obstetrical call, which I do not like and do not want to do in my practice. I do not like obstetrics, but other than that, you know, office, seeing patients throughout the day just as scheduled, not being pulled around for various things, and just mostly focusing on one person at a time is something that I really like. So it feels very satisfying right now. I'm gonna take the same Nude by Nature Flawless Press Powder Foundation. I will use my Makeup Forever little straight and wavy 148. This is a dual fiber brush, that's all it is. And I'm just going to powder my face very lightly. So I'm not really using it as a powder foundation today. I'm using this powder as a setting powder. This is a good color for me. And it's a very convenient little setting powder. I like it. I'm definitely going to be using it up. So it's one of those that I can actually use. So previously I used this brush, as you can see, a little bit of pink for blush. So that's giving off a little bit more pink than I anticipated. I guess let's just go with it anyway. So just powdering the face very lightly. And this is sheer washing of powder, but the powder foundation is actually quite decent at covering. It has, I would say, light to medium coverage, which is kind of what I expect of powder foundation. I don't expect it to build up to full coverage generally, because, well, that's you layer. If you want to do that, then you layer up something like maybe Bare Minerals powder foundation can go full on coverage if you layer it up enough. But I don't really know of any other powder foundations that are full coverage and do not look really powdery, really a lot like makeup. This one looks actually really nice on skin. Doesn't look like makeup much at all, but I'm also using a pretty sheer helping of it. I'm actually going to take this same brush. It's going to be one brush, look, I swear. And I'm going to take the Nude by Nature bronzer. This is a loose bronzer. It's sort of just a warm wash of color, and that's kind of what I want. Like I said, this is not going to be a very involved look. And I picked up just a little bit on my brush, and let's see how this goes onto the cheeks. Like I said, very natural, very easy look. Make sure you blend into your hairline so it doesn't look like it doesn't belong. You know, it looks like it's all sort of part of the same look. And on the other side, we do the same thing. So this one has a little bit of an orange hue, which I'm not a huge fan of, so I can only really use this kind of a bronzer in the summer. Otherwise it just is a little too orange. But I think it's a wearable look for the summer. We need a bunch of blending to happen here for this to look good. And a little bit on temples, sort of, again, hairline, blending things together is important. Now I'm going to take another bigger, fluffy dual fiber brush. This one's by Real Techniques, EcoTools, not Real Techniques, EcoTools. I really love both Real Techniques and EcoTools, and now I'm just sort of blending, and that's all I'm doing. very sheer layers, and the more sheer the layers, the sheerer the layers, the better this will look. If you really want to minimize the amount of product that goes onto your skin, and then you want to blend everything together. So I think this is a good start. I am going to take a blender crease brush, and I'm going to just pick up a little bit of that same bronzer and put it through my crease, just into the eye socket. This ties the look together very nicely, and it does not really look like makeup. It just gives you a little bit more definition if you want it. If you don't, you absolutely obviously can skip that step super easily because it's not one of the essential makeup steps. So this is kind of what we're left with, very easy look so far. I don't feel like adding blush because I feel like bronzer is doing enough, but I will add a little bit of highlight, and I'm going to use Nude by Nature Highlight Stick in 01 Champagne. I've been kind of using this one a little bit. It's been to the top before. And again, let's use it in a multi-purpose way. First and foremost, obviously, I'm going to tap it onto the high points of my cheekbones because, well, that's where highlight goes. And this blends very, very easily over other makeup. So you can see that it catches a little bit of light, but it's really not very obvious. And it doesn't act like a color highlight. So it just gives your skin a little bit of sheen, as you can see here. You can add it obviously more as well if you feel like it. What I'm going to do also is tap a little bit into the center of my eyelid and blend it. Just for that little bit of sheen, and since it's a highlighter and it's pretty sheer, it doesn't have a lot of pigment, this will look very, very natural, which is what I'm after. I'm going to take a brow product from the same brand. This is Nude by Nature Precision Brow Mascara in 02 Brown. It's a little dark, so we're gonna have to work with this very carefully. This product is not as, like, they try to market it as a very foolproof product, but you have to use so very little product to achieve a natural look that it's not that easy to use that little product. But you can see what it does. It does give your brow a little bit of definition. It does brush through every single hair. So the result is actually very, very natural looking, but you have to really wipe off the little brush to make sure that it doesn't deposit too much product. As you can see, also can result in a little bit of smudging if you're not super careful. And this brow is a little bit more problematic because, as you can see, I have to fill in the top a little bit more. So the challenge is to fill in the brow without making it look artificial. Well, it is artificial because, you know, I'm drawing in part of my brow that doesn't grow very well. But it is possible, and this product does make it doable. It's not the easiest I've ever used, but also these types of products aren't usually meant to actually fill in the missing spots. So this one actually does do a decent job. I think a pencil is easier, but I can work with this. And the brush is very, very tiny, so it is not difficult to work with. This is the kind of thing we end up with. I'm okay with that. As you can see, this is not a perfect color match for me, but we will work with it. I'll take a spoolie and correct a little bit the shape up here. Here we are. I don't think there's very much left to do. I am going to go ahead and add mascara, and this is Black Oil by Josie Maran, or Josie Maran, whatever you like. This is an easy mascara to use for me. One of the quick ones, you know. I really do like it. It does not run or smudge on me. I saw in reviews that some people complain that it can do that. For me, it doesn't. And I really enjoy the look that it gives. It does give this separated look. I suspect this is very new. This is really freshly open. So I suspect once it's a little bit more dry, I will have even better luck with it because I do like my mascaras to be not wet. I don't really like wet mascaras because they're just too much trouble. They kind of print on your eyelids as you apply them. And oftentimes, I don't know what it is, but I have a desire to sneeze just after I apply mascara. It's probably because as you apply mascara on your lashes, the eye gets some stimulus and you feel like you need to clear your sinuses, so you sneeze. But this is the kind of look you get. It's really, I mean, It's not crazy lashes. It's not like false lash effect, but it's pretty, and this is what I want for daytime. I want them to look nicely separated, lengthened, and a little bit thicker, and this is what this mascara gives me. So far I'm very happy with it, and it is clean, 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 clean. So I may, we'll see, but it might be a contender for repurchasement. Because there's not many mascaras in my life that I've repurchased, and I have a few formulas that I really like, but none of them are clean. So to find a really clean mascara that I really like is a mission, and so far this is probably the closest that I've gotten to me, like the look that I most enjoy. So this is kind of what it is. We will add a little bit of a lipstick, keeping in with the video, not sponsored obviously, is Nude by Nature as well, which is what I happen to be trying out right now. Sheer Glow Color Balm in 03 Pink. I think these are fantastic actually. Probably one of the better products in their lineup. I don't think their lineup is bad. I think a lot of their stuff is average, and some stuff is really, really good. Like the stick concealer is actually pretty good. This lip balm slash sheer lip color is amazing. It reminds me a lot of Rouge Coco Shines by Chanel, and lesser price and a little cleaner. So, and it's a very pretty color. I think it is a very suit me color. I could add a little bit of eye pencil as well. Let's try to do lower lash line, because I don't want to overload the upper lash line, but maybe a little bit on the lower lash line. And smudge with my finger. I did not apply any mascara onto the lower lashes. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just sort of smudging a touch of brown liner just on the lower lash line. You can see I draw a very small amount of pigment onto the lower lash line, and then I use my finger to smudge it out. And it turns out it doesn't really look like there's much there, but it just gives your eyes a little bit of a lift. So here we have this slight amount of cat eye thing going on, and I'm gonna match it on this side. And just like that. So I think that's a very, very easy, pretty look. It literally took me no time to do at all. If I wasn't chatting with you, it'd be maybe like a 4-minute makeup really. And just, you know, dust the powder real quick, do the lashes. You can do without the bronzer, and you can do without the eye pencil for sure, but the rest is pretty basic. And I do feel like it's a pretty look, and it's easy, very easy to put on, and very, very easy to wear, honestly. So this is what I've been sort of playing with recently. I've been enjoying the looks that I've come up with, but this is very basic makeup. And moreover, I did get rid of a few products out of this line that I really didn't like, and I'm sort of happy with what I have left over. That's it for today. I hope it was fun for you to get ready together. See you later. Have a good day. Have fun. Bye.